Hello everyone. If this is your first time on our channel and you really like this video, then subscribe, press your finger up and enjoy. Well, let's not waste a minute, let's find out what is happening in the gaming world. Let's go. Assassin's Creed Mirage. The recently introduced Assassin's Creed Mirage surprisingly inspires confidence and captivates with the fact that it seems that this is exactly the part of Assassin's Creed that everyone has been waiting for so long. The new game of the cult franchise about the Assassins and the Templars, Assassin's Creed Mirage, received an exact release date. The release came much earlier than fans expected. Ubisoft, during the official announcement of the new action game, did not name the release date of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Fans of the franchise immediately decided that Assassin's Creed Mirage would be released in the fall of 2023. Usually the games in the series come out at this time. However, this time Ubisoft has changed its tradition. Assassin's Creed Mirage will be released much earlier. This became known thanks to the fans who have already managed to place a pre-order. Lucky for those who did it on the PS5 console. Sony has revealed the exact release date in a confirmation letter.
From the light, you will return to the dark. Never forget the tenets you have sworn to uphold.
It turned out that Assassin's Creed Mirage will be released not in the fall, but in the spring. The release will take place on May 15, 2023. Fans have speculated that the release date could still change for one reason or another. Judging by the fact that Ubisoft has not officially disclosed the release date, the developers are not yet sure that they will have time to complete the action by the chosen date. In addition, in early leaks, insiders have already talked about a possible exit in the spring. Some even stated that the developers wanted to release Assassin's Creed Mirage in April, but then shifted the date to May. Assassin's Creed Mirage is expected to release on May 15, 2023 on PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PS5, and PS4. The main character will be a young Basim, a minor character in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Events will unfold in Baghdad. The gameplay will be closer to the first part of the franchise. The game will not have role-playing elements and will focus on stealth. The Witcher 4. New official information from the CD Projekt Red studio on the game The Witcher 4 has appeared on the network, which surprised and delighted many fans.
Let me guess. She's got a dragon.
CD Projekt Red CEO Adam Kisicki provided some new details on The Witcher 4 game that many fans have been waiting for during a report to investors. According to Adam, the developers plan to release more than one new game from the Witcher series, and the Witcher 4 game itself will mark the beginning of a whole new saga, just as the first part of The Witcher, marked the beginning of the Geralt saga. We have plans for more than one game, admitted Adam Kisicki. The words of the director of CD Projekt Red that there are more than one new Witcher game in the plans made the fans very happy.
The other for humans.
At the same time, no plot details of The Witcher 4 were provided. Kaczynski notes that the developers are still in the early stages of development. The first saga consisted of 3 games, so now we are thinking about more than one game. But for now, we are at the pre-production stage of the first game from the second Witcher saga, said Adam. Thus, given that the Witcher 4 game is still in pre-production, gamers will have to be patient to wait for the release of a new project. The Witcher 4 doesn't even have an approximate release date yet. The game is being developed on Unreal Engine 5 and not on CD Projekt Red's own Red engine, which was used to create The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt, as well as Cyberpunk 2077. It is not yet known if any of the past heroes will return, for example, Geralt, Yennefer and Ciri, in the new Witcher 4. The engine allows you to achieve photorealistic graphics, so you can expect that the continuation will at least look beautiful. The Teaser Play YouTube channel has released a fresh video showing what the upcoming CD Projekt Red release might look like. The demo was created on Unreal Engine 5, so there is a possibility that something similar awaits us. It will also make the project more stable. The release of the new The Witcher should not be expected in the near future, as there is not even an approximate release date yet. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. The authors of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 may release an unfinished version of the shooter through the Early Access program on Steam. Information about this appeared on the game page in the Humble Digital Store.
Fearing change. But tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new, better humanity?
The injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods.
On this platform, S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is described as an unfinished project that may still change significantly during development. At the same time, on other platforms, including Steam, there is no mention of a possible early release of the shooter. Recently, rumors appeared on the network about the postponement of the release date of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 as Microsoft, the publisher of the game, began to cancel pre-orders. In response, the developers of the title from GSC Game World said they were not going to postpone the release again, but were not yet ready to name the exact release date of the shooter. Studio GSC Game World does not intend to once again postpone the release of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. The authors of the title said this in a comment for the PC Gamer website. The developers also noted that the game does not yet have an exact release date. On September 7th, it became known that the publisher of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 began to cancel pre-orders for the game. After that, there were rumors about another transfer of the title. PC Gamer notes that pre-orders of gamers began to be cancelled due to Microsoft policy. Why this happened right now is unknown. The release of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is scheduled for 2023. The game will be released on the GOG service and will not have anti-piracy protection. Earlier, GSC Game World stopped selling its titles on the territory of the Russian Federation and refused Russian-language dubbing in the new part of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Fresh gameplay trailer for Dead Island 2. It is noteworthy that the video is not on the official YouTube channels, users found it on the Amazon website. Judging by the new personnel, there is no need to complain about the meager arsenal. Players will be able to arm themselves with either a billiard cue or a bolt-action rifle. Recall that the announcement of Dead Island 2 took place back in 2014, then the zombie action was done by Yager Development, the creator of Spec Ops: The Line, as creative director James Worrell. Bones. Ubisoft on its show presented a new trailer for the pirate action Skull and Bones. The cinematic trailer shows the dark world of the game, full of spilled blood and destruction. Recall that Skull and Bones comes out November 8, 2022 on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and Stadia. At the same time, the game supports cross-play, so that players on different platforms can play together if they wish. In Skull and Bones, players must go a long way from a simple pirate to the commander of an invincible armada, capturing enemy ships and improving their own in every possible way. The game features a rich customization system that allows you to turn ships into authentic works of art, studded with cannons, rams and other devices for waging war. The gameplay itself is reminiscent of naval battles from the Assassin's Creed series, but with various reservations. We learn that the ships will be subject to extensive personalization. It is not only about the appearance, but also about the equipment that can be found on the ship. We will have a choice of guns with different properties. Some of them will be slower to use, but work well at longer ranges, while others will allow you to quickly fire at an enemy, but from a shorter distance, or do less damage. The producer says that Skull and Bones is not only about sailing in the Indian Ocean, we will also be able to set foot on land, where players can hunt animals, produce rum or opium, and enter into contracts. The producer says that Skull and Bones is not only about sailing in the Indian Ocean, we will also be able to set foot on land, where players can hunt animals, produce rum or opium, and enter into contracts. Gameplay was shown in a short video, presenting only a few frames on the engine and the slogan, 4 heroes. 2 worlds. 1 war. The data turned out to be correct. In the video you can see both characters, as well as documents and a cap with the symbols of a terrorist organization. There will be 4 main characters: Captain America, young Steve Rogers, Black Panther, Azuri, T'Challa's grandfather, who held the title of Panther in the middle of the 20th century. Gabriel Jones is an American soldier and member of the Howling Commandos. In the comics, he was commanded by Sergeant Nicholas Fury. Nanali is the leader of the Wakandan spy organization. As stated by Amy Hennig, who leads development, in terms of gameplay and overall spirit, the upcoming action game will be similar to the Uncharted series, on which the game designer worked until 2014. Component in the game, it was originally planned as an exclusively single-player. In response to a question about co-op during an interview, Hennig and screenwriter Mark Bernardin laughed, before replying that co-op would only be in the story sense, characters fighting together and interacting with each other. Hogwarts Legacy. Sony as part of State of Play showed an exclusive Hogwarts Legacy quest, which only PlayStation consoles will receive. He will connect with a lady in Hogsmeade who is selling her shop cheaply.
You are wise to be wary.
Why is your mistress selling the shop?
She has had rotten bad luck with the last few tenants.
It turns out that this store hides some secret, and the quest itself will have a rather frightening and gloomy atmosphere. There will be killer dummies, spiders and many mysteries. All buyers of the game on PlayStation consoles will receive an additional dungeon, a cosmetic set, and a store in Hogsmeade. Hogwarts Legacy is an open-world game set in the Harry Potter universe at the end of the 19th century. The action takes place in the senior years of Hogwarts. Players will be able to choose a faculty, learn various spells, travel around the castle and its surroundings, fight various creatures and other magicians. Hogwarts Legacy releases February 10 on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. And if you really liked our video, then subscribe, press the thumbs up and enjoy. And most importantly, play only good games. Thanks to all. Good luck.